We have a bow and arrow. No, people don't rob banks with bows and arrows. In the vaults, if you go in, you're not gonna see any of that floating around on the floor or in the teller's desk. Then there's a pink wrecking ball. A pink wrecking ball. This has got to be one of the oddest games I've ever seen. Hey everybody, I'm Camden Pace. Way back in the day, I fell for a couple armed bank robberies. Served over 9 years in the Federal Bureau of Prisons, so I know what it's like to take down a bank, what it's like to be caught, and what happens afterwards. So, won't you join me for Payday 2, see how realistic this game is. Let's have some fun and check it out. Oh, bank heist, on loud. Okay, here we go. Got 3 guys in so far. Oh, one guy's just peeking through the window, checking everything out. None of these guys are wearing masks.
Right.
Oh, now we're gonna put on masks now that we're all standing out in the parking lot. Okay. This is funny if nothing else. Okay, here we go.
Commando.
Somehow entering the back of the bank and the door just happened to be unlocked. Okay, we've taken out somebody. This appears to be a security guard. Fumbling around with the lock. Are we detonating it? Yeah, one guy who just knelt and put his hands behind his back. I don't think they zip tied him or anything. Coming into, looks like we were looking at through a surveillance camera to see kind of what we're getting into here. Oh! All right. Okay, there goes somebody. Shot it, blew him away. And
No.
thermal drill. How do they set that up so fast? For a vault like that, if it's blown, it could very well be breached. Usually there's going to be another door behind it to either blow that as well, pick it with another lock. Really time consuming. If everything went perfectly and smooth, it'd probably take 45 seconds to do that with that kind of technology to pick the locks. Outside of that, if you just use codes, there's going to be a time release mechanism of 5 to 10 minutes. Stacks of cash, ATMs, shooting ATMs off. I don't know how that's possible. And now there's one squad car. Well, this guy's a pretty good shot with a sawed-off shotgun from that far off. Oh, we got somebody here in looks like a biochem suit. That was strange. Running into a bunch of scenarios here that seem like the backstory must not be very important. Okay, but it's a lot of action. And lots of firepower here. I'm really not seeing too many things that are realistic that would go down in real life. But now, okay, we're finally getting to the money. Would have taken a lot longer, I think, to have gotten in, but it's a game. In movies, a lot of stuff is dramatized to where it appears that there's just millions and millions of dollars in fiat currency or cash, and that is not the truth. They only operate with as much cash as they need to circulate and do business with. Outside of Federal Reserve drops for large banks, even then, you're not gonna see any of that floating around on the floor or in the teller's desk. In the vaults, if you go in, there's gonna be a lot of miniature chambers, sometimes a smaller interior vault within a bigger one, holding a lot of the cash. More drills. And I don't know where that big stack of cash went. I guess in this reality, you just have to tap the cash and then it gets wired somewhere. I'm not sure. Who tossed that duffel bag 30 yards? There goes another one. It was really not realistic. It's really not. That may not come as a surprise to a lot of you. Well, let's see here. What do we got? 3 guys standing outdoors, plain clothes. Oh, just whipped on the masks. Not that surveillance cameras couldn't have seen who they were before they put on the mask. Is this a restaurant? I thought it was a bank. It looked like a dining room. Boom. Okay, we blew the door to the command center, and we're gonna have 2 guys holding off cops. Easily ran up the ladder somehow without having to grab the handrails or anything. Okay, SWAT's come in, they've entered the building. Man, what is this? We got a flamethrower now. These people are not running around on fire, they're just curled up in a ball, and I guess they're smoking. And what are we doing here? Another tool. Somehow it just strung a tight line to another building. I have not been stunned by a taser, thank God. I've stuck my finger in a light switch before and that was bad enough, so I imagine it's probably pretty bad to get stunned. We have a bow and arrow. Oh my God, that's crazy. It's not even a crossbow. It's like a Braveheart bow. More flamethrower action. Oh, just napalm the whole staircase. I guess said, okay, come on, take me prisoner, and it doesn't matter. This is, okay, this is insane. Oh, he's a crane operator now. Then there's a pink wrecking ball. A pink wrecking ball. That's a first.
Operate the crane, guys. Get that piggy into position. Okay, position looks good. Drop it.
Oh, drop the wrecking ball through the roof. That's crazy. This is an odd game. This has got to be one of the oddest games I've ever seen. And we're getting to the vault. It's magically put up hydraulic vault pick, which in real life, I don't know, you can't just wave a wand and make that happen. I guess somebody in the crew is manning that. Unless you absolutely know when the Federal Reserve is going to make a drop, you have to have insider information. There's no way you can just blindly guess the cash amount a bank's going to hold at any given time. It could be very little to maybe a substantial amount. You would have to know exactly when and how much. There's never a set time for these drops. All of that's highly encrypted when requests are made, and route deliveries for armored vehicles making those drops are constantly scrambled. So no, you couldn't just blindly guess as to how much is going to be in a bank just by looking at it. Hopefully you're not really planning on going out and doing this. Oh, they toasted that guy. This is an odd game. It looks like the vault door is about to detonate, and this guy is torching everything, but it's funny, nothing else catches on fire. This guy with the bow and arrow, this Robin Hood. Oh, that beats everything I've ever seen. No, people don't rob banks with bows and arrows. Why he would choose that, I have no idea.
This is brilliant, but I like this.
This dude with the dual palm trees on the back of his vest, you would think he'd be wearing something nondescript, but he says, no, I've got palm trees all over me. And here we are, big stacks of cash. More fat stacks of cash. Gold bullion, you never see that at just a normal bank, or coins for that matter. When I was active 20 years ago, technology has come an incredibly long way since then. There were die packs, and occasionally there were location chips in the denominations of cash. Really, the best way to do it is just bend the brick of cash, and if it's too stiff, it'll feel like an envelope that has a credit card in it. Nowadays, bills can be marked, they're magnetic, they've got location tracking ways on them that can be activated or deactivated. Die packs, they're time released to go off too. Even the bands that go around the cash, they're burn proof. They're even hard to cut, so they have to be flushed. Okay. Boom, here we go. Oh my God, is that a bus just came through the wall? Oh, that's fun. And we're in the parking deck.
You can finish this when you want, but grab as much as you can.
Not the most realistic game I've seen.
Fire in the hole!
Well, I'm thinking when I'm seeing them use the hydraulic lock picks with the vault, yeah, that's got realism to it. I don't know where they came up with the bow and arrow thing. That is completely insane. Why anyone would take a bow and arrow into a bank heist? Beyond me. I guess they're modern day Robin Hoods. How they're transitioning the cash kind of leaves a lot to be desired there as far as realism. It seems like there's no hands on anything. It just kind of gets pointed at and poof. Well, I had a lot of fun reviewing this. Can't say it was the most realistic bank heist I've ever known of, but very entertaining. If you like this review and you want to check out some more, head on over to Gameology's YouTube channel and Facebook page. See ya. Because I watched a video one time and this guy was like really frustrated, so his girlfriend was like beating him in the video game. She was like, kill shot. She kept just kicking his ass. Yeah, he really was.